Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to the Chenese Lewis Show, the number one podcast for plus-size women. I'm your host, Chenese Lewis. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2015. Don't forget to like the show's fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/Chenese Lewis Show, on Twitter at Chenese Show, and follow me on Instagram at Chenese Lewis. And make sure you tell me what you think about today's show. Today, Slink Magazine, the leading print plus-size fashion glossy, launches on U.S. newsstands at retailer Barnes & Nobles. Currently, the publication has distribution in 15 countries and a strong fan following in America. Adding the U.S. to their distribution is a natural fit. Slink Magazine will share their signature eclectic mix of high street, high-end, and online fashion that fits up to size 22 plus with price points to suit everyone. Each issue includes short, snappy, relevant news stories, plus beauty, health, travel, and culture. As of today, Slink Magazine can be purchased at select newsstands and stores across the U.S. and UK or globally at slinkmagazine.com. Today, my guest is Editor-in-Chief of Slink Magazine, Rivkie Baum. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know today is a big day for you, right?
Yeah, it's a really exciting day. Thank you so much for having us.
And what time is it over there? Because we're across the pond.
It's 1 a.m. here, so I've been up for quite a few hours now.
Well, thank you so much for staying
pretty
up.
late. No problem.
So prior to launching this magazine, what were you doing?
Well, I studied fashion design at the London College of Fashion, so I've always been involved in fashion. I've worked as a stylist with straight-size models and celebrities. So it's always been about the fashion first, and that's what I really wanted to bring to Slink Magazine and to Plus Size, was to kind of think about the fashion first and bring really high-end editorials to the plus-size market.
Now, what inspired you to create the magazine? Did you just see a lack of magazines with diversity on the market?
Yeah, I was working in plus-size retail in the UK, and I really felt that customers weren't engaging in fashion. I felt, people weren't really looking at what the trends were. They weren't looking at what was going on the catwalk. People felt very excluded from fashion, and I really felt that there was a gap in the market for a plus-size print glossy that really, encompassed all the things I loved about mainstream glossies, but gave that kind of fashion edge to plus size.
Now, did you have any obstacles getting your magazine off the ground? Because you were in fashion, but doing a magazine is like a whole different ball game. So did you have any obstacles?
I think, it's anyone that started a business will always know that there are always tons of obstacles. I think the biggest one when we started was people weren't sure that we could do what we said we wanted to do. I went to lots of brands and I said, look, I'm going to make it really high end. I'm going to work with really amazing photographers that work on, mainstream publications, and we're going to take plus size and we're going to sit it right next to mainstream fashion and say there isn't a need for it to be treated differently. So I think at first a lot of people went, oh, I don't know, is that true? Can you really do that? And then as soon as we started doing it, all the brands saw that actually, yes, it doesn't have to be shot in a different way. the people I work with them on straight size editorial, I work with them on celebrity editorial, and that we don't approach the project any differently. For us, it's just another fashion shoot.
Now, how often do you have new issues of Slink Magazine? Is it a monthly publication?
It's bi-monthly, so every 2 months we have a new issue come out. We're redoing the website so that there'll be lots of editorial and lots of feature content featured online in between, so that people can get their Slink fix in between each issue as well.
And your magazine launched in 2011, and I mentioned today you are in the newsstands in the U.S., so that's been 4 short years, so that's very impressive. You were able to get on newsstands internationally in such a short time. Like, how were you able to accomplish that?
I think a lot of hard work, and we've been, very lucky that the press has they've really given us a platform. We've had lots and lots of support, I think, from within the industry and from internationally, from brands and from plus-size consumers. But, yeah, a lot of hard work, a lot of favours from friends. And I think people, especially in fashion, they really like the idea of working on a project that has that diversity element. I think we're seeing it a lot more now, that people want fashion to have a feel-good element to it as well, and not just be about one size, one face of beauty, and to really show that diversity. But yeah, a lot of hard work, a lot of late nights, and a lot of favours. But it's a really exciting day for us to know that it's going to be on newsstands, and women can walk in and pick up a fashion magazine where they can actually go out and buy the clothes.
And today you launched on U.S. newsstands, but how long have you been on the newsstands in the U.K.?
We actually only launched newsstands in the U.K. at the end of last year, so it's really been quite quickly. We never do things by half. People that know us know that when we play hard or we go home. So we thought we would just go straight for our international stockists and just see what the market was like, and just go all out really.
Now, right now you have issue 15 out, the role model issue. Now, tell me about some of the exciting things that we can see inside of this issue.
This is definitely my favorite issue. I do say that every time a new one comes out, but this one's definitely my favorite. We've got Gabby Gregg in there. We've got an amazing interview with her. We've got a brilliant editorial and interview with Tess Holliday. We have Emmy. We've got Ashley Graham. So we've it really feels like this powerful issue full of all these really amazing and inspiring women. And, we were so honoured that they gave their time and they shot with us, and they gave some really, the interviews are really, really strong in this one, and I think it's a particularly inspiring issue.
Now, you're available at Barnes and Nobles now. Is it in every single store in the U.S., or is it select stores?
We're available in selected Barnes and Noble and also Books A Million across the U.S.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So if it's in selected, how do we know which ones? Will you eventually have that on the website, or how do we research that?
We'll eventually have it on the website. At the moment, we've got all the Books A Million stockists. At the moment, there are about 220 stockists without Barnes & Noble. So once we add Barnes & Noble this week, we should have quite a few more. So we are available pretty widely across the country.
That's amazing. And so what is the cost of a magazine in the U.S.?
I don't actually know, because it's literally just gone on, so I haven't even seen it yet. Okay. Well, what is the cost of it in the UK? I think it's about $10 in the US.
Okay. And can you pay to get a subscription and have them delivered to your home?
Yep, we do a subscription online. We also have a digital download as well. So if you want a version for your iPad or your computer, we do a digital download. We do digital subscription, and we also do a subscription so you can order it, and we'll post it out to you every time it comes out.
Now, how does the plus industry in the UK compare to the plus industry in the US, in your opinion?
In my opinion, and maybe it's always the grass is greener on the other side, I think you guys have some amazing brands. Like, I can't wait to come back out and do some shopping.
Really?
Because I think I love Illiqui. I love, I think you guys have, like, you've got Torrid, you've got some really great brands happening. I mean, we have good stuff too.
Yeah, because I want to say ASOS. ASOS is like really, trend setting.
Yeah, I buy a lot from ASOS. They're really, really good. So I think, it is that case of you always look for something that you don't have. So right. I always look at the brands that I can't get hold of, and I think, oh, I want that. But I think, it's the same both ways, really. I think, both markets are doing really well. There's lots of new brands coming out. We've got lots of kind of high street retailers that are moving into plus because they're seeing that there's a consumer there that's really hungry for fashion.
Now, are you interested in getting involved in more events in the plus community as a media sponsor in the U.S.?
Definitely. I mean, we're hopefully coming out for the CurvyCon in June, so I'm really looking forward to that. But we're definitely looking to kind of see and hear more about what's going on and how we can help and how we can get involved.
That's awesome. Now, besides launching today, that's launching on the U.S. newsstands, that's a big deal. But you also have other things going on, like there's a big model search that I want to talk about. So are hosting, the first ever international plus-size model search. And tell me about some of the people you've teamed up with for this model search.
So we have teamed up with 3 of the world's leading plus-size model agencies. So we're working with Natural Models, who are based in LA. We're working with Bella Models, who are in Australia, and Milk Models, who are here. And between them, they look after the likes of Candice Huffine, Robin Lawley. So they look after, Tess Holiday. They look after some kind of really well-known plus models that are doing super well in the industry right now. And the idea really was that we want to, there are so many areas and so many countries where there aren't plus-size model agencies. And, a lot of the agencies are still just starting to get into plus. And we wanted to give someone the platform to, launch a career and change their life, really, because they'll be represented by, top agencies in the top plus markets in the world. And, of course, they get to shoot a cover for Slink Magazine and do an editorial spread with us as well.
So what are the requirements to enter this contest?
So people can enter. We've specially set up a website for it because we're hoping that we can do this again next year. It's called internationalcurvemodel.com. And they can apply through the website. It's open to UK size 12 to 24, which
now what does that translate in US sizes?
That is a US 16 to 28.
Oh, okay.
So we really wanted to open it up. We've seen how well that Tess has been, accepted by the fashion brands, and we loved shooting with her as well. So we've opened it up to a bigger size range. They can't be signed at the moment to a model agency, so this really is for people looking to get into the industry.
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
So when you win the model search, is the winner flown out to you or to the agencies, or are they responsible for their own travel accommodations? What happens after you win?
It's all taken care of.
Nice.
Yes.
So this is a big opportunity.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity to, be represented by some brilliant agencies who really know the industry really well. They've got great girls on their books. They've got a great list of clients, and it is the potential to start a new career. And
so how long is this contest going to run? And when will the winner be announced?
So you've got till May 15th to enter.
Mhm. And when is the winner announced?
And the winner will be announced about 2 weeks after that.
Nice. And so you said this is probably going to be an annual thing?
Yeah, we are hoping that we can make it an annual competition. You know, we've had over 2,000 entries so far.
Already?
So there really is already. So, you know, we had about 500 in the first night. So
really?
So I think, you know, people are you know, they really want those opportunities, and there is still, although, you know, we're seeing a lot of diversity in the market, there is still a lack in some areas of those kind of opportunities to work with those really big plus agencies. So it's exciting for us as well to see, you know, all these unsigned potential models, like girls that really could have a great career ahead of them.
So is there going to be like a second and a third place, or just one winner and that's it?
We don't know yet. We're not sure. There are quite a few good girls at the moment, so it could be that more girls get signed.
It's hard to decide.
Yeah, we're not sure. So it could be that more than one gets signed. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what it's like at the end.
Now, besides this model competition, you're always looking for models, though, for your magazine on an ongoing basis, right?
Yeah, I mean, we do tend to work more with the agencies, but we do also accept submission shoots. So we're very happy if people shoot things and they want to send them in, and we always look through them. We always get back to you, and even if that shoot isn't right that time, we're always really happy to help, give pointers, and say, you know, maybe try this might work better next time. So, you know, there are definitely opportunities for people to submit to the magazine.
So do you have themes to your issues in advance, like if somebody wants to shoot something specifically to submit to you?
We do. We tend to kind of only come up with a theme for the issue that we're working on. So at the moment we're working on issue 16, and it's called the Perfection issue. But it's obviously our kind of slightly ironic take on the idea of perfection. So we're very happy to see some submissions come in. That would be great.
So do you do the majority of your photo shoots in the UK, or do you do some in the US?
When they're shot in-house with our team, it's all done in the UK. But we've often featured shoots that have come in from other countries as well. Okay.
Nice. And so you are also involved in British Plus Size Fashion Week. Is that the correct name for it?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Now tell me, you're on the board. Tell me a little bit about this event.
So UK Plus Size Fashion Weekend it's happening in September, and it's a really great opportunity for the UK brands, and you know, we get a lot of brands that come in from abroad as well to showcase to the press here, to showcase to bloggers, to showcase to also, you know, a consumer market as well, what they're doing, how they're changing the plus size industry. And, you know, we've also got Anna Schilling-Law from Milk, who's also on the board this year. So this is the first year that we're, you know, really getting involved, and we're really excited to have the opportunity to work with the team and to, you know, put on a really fabulous event.
That's exciting. So many exciting things going on with you right now.
I know, busy, so busy.
That's a good thing. So do you have anything else coming up that we can be on the lookout for, or anything else you need to tell us about?
We've got a couple of things coming up. We're in the next issue, we're launching what we call our mind, body and soul section. So it's kind of geared a bit more to health, fitness, you know, looking after yourself and kind of being a bit more in tune with yourself. We're making a series of fitness YouTube videos at the moment. And also doing some like cookery YouTube videos. So that's going to start coming out. We're working on a brand new website. and we're also going to have some really interesting technology, like augmented reality, coming up in the next issue as well. So there's lots of things going on, but probably it's best if people follow us on our social platforms, come follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and then they can keep up to date with everything we're doing.
Well, you're very busy. So do you work with Slink Magazine full time? Does this take up all of your time?
It takes up all of my brain power, but I still do sort of bits of freelance and bits of freelance styling. I like to make sure that I'm keeping my hand into the industry, because it's all that experience that I can bring back and utilize within Slink.
So Plus models in the UK can hire you to style their photo shoots?
Yeah, Plus models, straight size models are celebrities. I work with a whole portfolio of clients, and I still, I just love styling and I love fashion, and so it's kind of, I try and do a little bit of everything so I can bring that experience back with me.
Well, awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. I love what you're doing.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, definitely keep me in touch. Let me know how I can support and be involved. I think the magazine is great. And once again, you are launched today on U.S. newsstands at Barnes & Nobles and Books A Million, correct?
That's correct.
And tell everybody your official website, how we can keep up with everything you have going on.
Keep up to date with us at slinkmagazine.com, and you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all Slink Magazine. So, come follow us, come keep up to date with everything we're doing.
Well, congrats again, and continued success with everything you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
And thanks again to our fabulous guest this evening. If you haven't already, don't forget to like our fan page at facebook.com/Chenese Lewis Show. I've been your host this evening, Chenese Lewis. Thank you for tuning in and supporting. Until next time, keep thriving in your curves and be blessed.